Alrighty then. Alright. Now, typically none of these videos ever actually get like anything. Um, but that's okay. You know, I hope everyone's day is going good even if no one's gonna watch this, but that's okay. Uh yeah, if you don't know me, I'm Isa, and this is my project that I am currently working on. It is still work in progress. A lot of things still need to be done, but we're working on it. We're just kind of polishing right now. Um, yeah, so today, or right before after I'm done with this intro, we're gonna be working on pack a lunch. Um, just gonna do one quick thing here before we get started. Uh, let's see. Okie dokie. I'm gonna play some. Hold up. Let's figure something out here. Um, I have no clue what I'm doing. Hold on, I apologize. Um, what am I doing? I okay. Let's see this one. All right, I'm sorry. Uh, okay. All right. So I'm gonna. Oh wait, hold up. Okay. All right. I apologize. We're about how many minutes in? We're about 3 minutes in. All right, cool. Let's get started, shall we? Um, yeah. I hope you guys can hear that. I'm gonna lower that down just a tad. Um, gonna kind of lower my mic a little bit here. Sorry, just kind of tweaking it around, you know. I want to have perfect streams. Who doesn't want that, you know? Even if you see nothing in the background. Um, hopefully this is. Let's go maybe 95. Okay, it's not terrible, but yeah, I'll take that. I'm gonna put my music on a more decent level. If you guys need me to raise it up, let me know. Alright, let's get right on into it then. So, as I previously stated before, um, everything is overall working. Uh, we just need to work on the actual gun system, server-sided, and some animations. And then once we have all of that done, we can, yeah, we have the bullet tracers working currently. We just need to adjust with the bullet impact and damage and all that. We don't collisions, penetration, maybe, likely not, but we'll see. Yeah. Anyways, let's get straight into it. So, let's work on the pack-a-punch. Now, I've already worked on it a little bit last night. So if we take a look at this here, the gun gets taken out. Alright, and I should probably make it something like the text goes away. But now I can pick it back up, and voila. And then we can see that's purple now. Now, I do have some sound effects that we could be using for our gun system. So if we take a look at that, we've got this sound effect. This is from the Roblox template. I think that's just... Wait, what? These are the same, right? But why do they sound different to me? Could it be because of these guys? Wait, hold up. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, because of volume maybe or something? Yeah, the volume and the playback are different. I see. Alright. So, let's kind of adjust time of, yeah, let's. Alright, the day cycle should be going through. Yep. Pretty awesome. So, yeah, as you can see here, we got our little system here. I don't know how I'm gonna want to do the sliding. Maybe have like a, I don't know. Don't mind me. But yeah, as you can see here, yellow beams, and then obviously we can reload. Yeah, I really like it a lot. I don't know, it just feels nice. All these zombies are just collecting here. I like it. We can either work on pack-a-punch, or we can work on more weapons. I don't know which one to do, but yeah, that's something. Oh my god, thank god I fixed that. This feels so much nicer now. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. I'm sorry. I haven't really touched my game in a while, so don't mind me. Wait, so sprinting speed is what? Sprint 22. How fast am I sprinting right now? I feel a lot faster. Is that just me? I may be just delusional. Nah, I'm most definitely faster. Okay, so that's cool. The speed cola still works, which is really nice. I'm really glad that works that way. Yeah. Ooh, the night settles in. Also, we added volumetric lighting. Now, something that a lot of developers, I wish, did more was make it more feel like, oh, I don't know about this. Why does that kind of bother me a bit? I don't know. Anyways, something that I've noticed a lot with games is that they use beams for their lighting sources, and they make it kind of volumetric. Now, I like the concept, but I just hated how whenever you walked underneath it, it would just break the whole effect of it feeling volumetric. And I played some BO3, and I noticed something. And I realized that they actually, well, like, how'd I say? So, like, volumetric, these beams are not only just to simulate volumetric lighting, but also to be more optimized. So, what I noticed in BO3 is that they wanted some things to be more optimized than others. So, what they did was they used, I don't know what they'd call in their, I don't know what they call them, but in our case, in Roblox terms, beams. They used beams, or images, you know. And I realized that as you walked up to it, it started to fade away. And so I was like, oh, that's how we can give that illusion. Because as I was walking under it, it like just felt nicer. So as you guys can see, this is a beam. And yet as I'm walking underneath it, it just like I could stand on this table and walk back and forth. You won't see nothing, which I really love. And then you see the, oh yeah. See, I love graphics, you know. I think they're the best things in life, and I think a really cool thing is when you're able to like do it yourself. That's why I love programming. But yeah. So we got our system here where you can pick up stuff. I think I should probably make something that turns on that, but I don't know. I love the sway too, and the sways are really nice. Makes it feel less attached. Now we have melee. First time meleeing, it doesn't load right away. Do I know how to fix that? No, but we'll work on it shortly. Yeah, so there's that for you. We got zombies. Yeah, this thing kind of disappears after a little while. We got Pack-a-Punch. Now this is supposed to be a wall buy, but obviously it's not gonna let me. And if we peered over at the output, yeah, it just doesn't quite work because it doesn't know what OG is. Yeah, we're gonna be reworking a lot of things here. Teaser for an upcoming, hopefully nice wonder weapon. Now, my modeler, slash, I don't know what he is. He's kind of an animator. He's kind of not. I don't know what he is. He's kind of a jack of some all trades. But yeah, he modeled this very quickly. It's not terrible. I like the concept. Most definitely could be worked on more, in my honest opinion. We'll have a chat about it, hopefully. But yeah, but I mean, for what it is, I really like it. It looks really nice. I love the texturing that he added to this. I love like this texture glowing. It looks really nice. As you guys can see, like, I don't know if I saw it, but like I was glowing around. If anyone's curious about anything I have in my graphical game, just let me know. If you guys have any tips, let me know. Yeah. So let's get straight on into it. So we buy the Pack-a-Punch, and then we get prompted the gun, and then voila. So I want to do this, right? I mean, actually, we don't really need to do that, but I want to have it something like the gun appears like that right here. But I think that's too much effort. I think something that we should just work on for right now is the sound effects. And hopefully we can figure out how to like detect wherever you shoot and like detect wherever you shoot and add like a little decal to it. I think that'd be really nice. So let's do it. Let's focus on the actual Pack-a-Punch here. So first of all, let's clean up a little bit, shall we? Here's our damage handler. We can uncheck that. We got our zombie system, which is not very accurate, but I mean, hey, it works, you know, and that's the good thing about it. Yeah, so actually, There's a lot of things that needs to be polished up. So yeah, the zombies are kind of work in progress. They don't really work. Self.touched. So this does attack the player. Yeah, you're printing victim. Enemy equals victim, find first child humanoid. If not enemy or enemy is that part. I wonder if I were to disable that. Oh, wait. Alright, let's take a deeper dive into this really fast. We want to go to our round system and enable AI. Then we can hit play. And zombies should start to load in. Wait, I'm curious. Are my animations back to playing? Or are they not? I don't think they are. Oh, he's... Okay, let's kind of walk away from him for a bit. They're gonna be chasing me soon. That's mildly interesting. I wonder why. Because you have crouch, run, walk, slide down. I don't know, that's very interesting. So as you can see, the zombies are heading this way. Let's see if they deal damage. As you guys can see, it's not dealing damage. It's just so very interesting. Oh, okay, but like only one of them actually worked. Two of them actually worked. And they just stopped like moving entirely. Which is not what we want. I'm carrying on. I'm sorry. I should probably stick to one thing, but I'm not. This is really sad. So as you can see, only some of them actually detected me. Which is something that's actually not very good. Attack player is attacking. Weight loss tick. Oh. Interesting. Okay. She should be chasing me any moment here. Yeah. He's chasing me. Yeah, I kind of glitching out. Is player. So it's detecting that I am the player. But it's like not wanting to work, which is mildly interesting. If health is greater than 30. Yeah. Okay, if it's greater than 30, then enemy take damage. But I don't know if this is ever being called. Attack player part. I think let's kind of rewrite this for a sec. Let's do player. Alright, let's input player for that. And then that says attack player. Okay. And go right here and just say player. And then equals players. Actually, wait, hold on, the autofill actually had it there. So it should be finding us. Alright, equals find for child humanoid. Let's do wait for, or no. Because that might, for child. We'll test it out. I don't think that that's the issue because this is server-sided. Is attacking equals false. Attacking true, last tick. Oh, okay. Got you. Not really smart, but I can see it. Was print triggered. Hello. Okay. Triggered. So he just stops moving entirely. Oh, I just triggered another dude. Okay, my bad. My bad. Alright, let's just... It's triggering, which is a good sign. And then he stops moving. Why are you getting so close to me, my guy? It's like only some zombies. I'm just curious. Hold up, wait. I'm curious. Let's take a look at this zombie. Hitbox. As opposed to like whichever zombie that one was. This zombie, right? So that one stopped touching me. Let's see, is there any properties that are different? No. These are exact same properties. That is very interesting. I wonder why that is. I don't know. Doesn't matter? Probably not. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's actually lock in because I'm very stupid. Yeah. So if hold on, I'm gonna fix something here. No, we're just gonna say break. Yeah. And then health. That makes sense overall, I think. Okay. No doubt. Okay. So we got our... Oh, whoa. This is framework is the, did I put this into the wrong frame? No, this is the right framework. I'm sorry, I'm tweaking. Okay, set up framework, grenade, knife, inventory slots 2, Q, V. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I should be working on this. You know what? Yeah. You gotta control yourself. You gotta control yourself. All right, let's lock in here. So, let's see here. So, what's happening is there's this add weapon, right? So we add the weapon, we define whether the weapon is a punched weapon or not. Number. Something like that. I don't know. We'll leave it like that. So we have this punched, right? And this is a Boolean statement. And whenever we input a weapon that has this as true, take in account for like this right here, right? This is our prompt system here. We're gonna put those systems all the way up there. So we got this prompt info. And you know what? Let's actually drag this out for a sec. Let's just, maybe it's not worth it to do that. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, let's just take a little bit of analyzing here. All right. So what happens here is, hold on. Let me just, oh yeah, I can see a lot more. Okay. So what's happening here is we first of all have our pack-a-punch, our cost for pack-a-punch, and we have whether it's currently in use and what is in use. So initially, we go through the first trigger. If the player has enough points and it's not in use, then minus those points, right, and give a free pack. So, or not a free pack, we give them the pack-a-punch, right? So if we go and we analyze this here, these are some notes I took yesterday. And we have local name equals framework dot slot. So I basically copied off my framework here. So we basically get the current slot and the weapon name pretty much. So now we have the weapon name and we remove our view model, our weapon, right? Entirely. I think we should be having update UI. Yeah. An update UI function. Let's do that. Or no, let's focus on the sound ID. Anyways, jumping, don't jump, guys. All right. Now, let's start to analyze this here. Okay. Hold up here. Sorry, I have to do something here. My apologies. All right. So, sorry, I have to. All right, let's lock in here. So, we have our, our functions. Now, what this code is, right, is it allows us to display our prompt and to give it its function. So, here, we have our Pack-a-Punch. So this Pack-a-Punch basically allows the game and the Pack-a-Punch to know that, hey, this player is Pack-a-Punching his weapon. So, once this is called, then it's basically like a toggle. Basically, that's what it is. So it's a toggle on. So to toggle it off, this is where this if-else statement comes in. So if we see here, it says if not currently in use. So that means if we have points, and right now it's not in use, right? It's not currently in use. Then it's gonna Pack-a-Punch, right? It's gonna say, oh, yep, now it's in use. As you see here, currently in use equals true. If it is true, so in other words, you can literally just swap this out with true, right? So if not true, so basically if whatever, then else if it's true, right? Else if x is equal to true, whatever you guys want to call this as, then we're gonna go ahead, rename the prompt. We're gonna allow the player to take the weapon, and then we just basically reset everything. That's literally all we're doing. So this is overall working fine. But if you see something here, in use, let's see if we can rename this. Let's say in use weapon name, maybe. That's fine. So we can rewrite these a little bit here. So this basically inputs the gun that the player has currently inputted to the Pack-a-Punch will now, once it's Pack-a-Punched, will basically give the player a Pack-a-Punch version of it. So how can I explain this in simple terms? If we go to this function here, so add weapon. So we have the weapon name, as we previously saw from this in-use weapon name. And then we have punched, which is where this true comes in. So we're basically inputting the statement true. So we're saying, hey, here's the weapon, right? Here's the weapon name. And it is, in fact, true that it's punched, right? It's Pack-a-Punch. So let's investigate. So we have the setup weapon info here. So if not punched, so that means like if this is equal to false, then it's going to give us the raw default weapon stuff. So like the M19 will just give us the regular M19 config. But we want the Pack-a-Punch version since this is true. So here we are with that extra indents. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. So yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Yeah, I need to reorganize my code. I don't know if it's just me, but my code just feels jumbo to me. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So this gives us the Pack-a-Punch config and the configuration and the regular configuration. So let's find where else punch is. Oh, right here. We're also inputting it into equipped weapon. So let's look for equipped weapon. So equipped weapon. So as you can see here, we inputted a punch. So let's say that's true. Render view model punched. So let's locate render view model. Here we are. Punched. If punched. Oh, wait. Hold up. I'm gonna input that just in case. I don't know if I need that, but if not, if punched, then we're basically just reconfiguring that, basically. So yeah, we're just renaming this variable to a new variable, right? So we find the new view model, everything. I'm sorry, was it animated when I tested it? I don't remember. It should be animated. That is interesting. This should be animated. Okay, the zombies are coming after me. Hold up, wait. Two zombies. False. Yeah, go away from me, gentlemen. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's very interesting as to... Because I tested it and it appeared to be working. How very interesting. I guess we still need some work to do, huh? That is quite interesting, though. Oh, well. So, back on track here. So, we've got, yeah, anyways, I think we all basically know where we're going at here. So, here is, the play sound function. And now, what we want to do is we want to figure out a way to change its location. So, how we're going to do that, I'm not sure. Let's first locate where play sound is being called. So, right here we have melee, right? Play sound melee, that's fine. And then there's the actual fire function for the weapon, fire weapon. Yeah. So, weapon name, fire. Now, how can we tell if it's a pack-a-punched weapon? And that's something that we want to know. So, let's figure that out, shall we? So, sorry, I'm a little bit jumbled today. So we have our weapon, and I think that's important to add on to the pack-a-punch config. I think that's something smart to do here. So let's do self.weapon info. We're to say weapon name. So now we're basically kind of just adding on to this. So we're actually going to do dot punched equals true. Now I'll rewrite this later, but right now I'm just don't want to. Yeah. So yeah, that are something like that. I don't know. We'll just do punched actually. So let's instead just take that out of the statement here. My bad. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So now we can go back and we can basically find out if it's punched or not. So we're gonna say local is punched equals, and then we're going to say self.weapon.info, and then weapon.name.punched. Yep. And then now that we've defined is punched, we can basically input this as a variable. So is punched. I believe that should work. I believe, and if it's not, that is okay. That's what we're made to do as humans, you know. We're supposed to live and learn, you know. So let's test it. So far, looking so good. And every pack. There we go. Yeah. Now, I'm really happy with how this came out. Something else I kind of want to work on is... Oh. Whoa. Hello, gentlemen. Hello. Something else I want to work on is basically, let's remove the UI, you know. I think that that's also another key factor into all this. Also, I'm going to get rid of a lot of these prints really fast. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so let's kind of like work on setting up the UI a bit. So let's kind of take a look into it here. So if we go, all right, let's do some rewriting, shall we? Or else. That's cool. So now you can cut that out. And now we got that. So reserve. Put that there. Reserve. Anywhere else? Nah. Cool. So you can get rid of those. This is looking really, really nice. I'm really pleased so far. Now there's a lot of things that could be said reworked on, which is fine. I'm still happy with how it came out. Yeah. So let's... Oh my god, I'm blanking out. Okay, so we've already calculated this attribute. We don't need that. Okay. So, right here. This is where... Wait, is this ever actually... Oh, it is. Alright. This is where our... This is where everything will kind of come into play. For, like, the UI a little bit. So... How this... Oh, sorry. How this works right here is... Well, let's actually... not a good explainer. Let's look right here. So we do framework.new, right? Which allows us to make a new framework. Sorry, I'm a bit too loud, probably. This allows us to make a new framework, and therefore, with this new framework, we have settings and a player instance. So if we look through here, we find out that self.weapon info frame is equal to, and then our frame, right? So what we want to do is we want to hide this whenever we don't have anything. And we also kind of want like we want to reset basically. So let's kind of start working on that. So let's kind of make a variable right here. So we're gonna say function framework reset UI. So this is gonna allow me to basically do self dot weapon I don't know why I just said weapon framework. Now the AIs can be kind of annoying sometimes, but we're basically gonna do this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way down here. We're gonna pick up wherever I last left it, right here. Put info.weapon name. I think that'll work fine. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. Yeah. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna copy that. Actually, I don't even know if we need to do that. Wait, hold up. Find unequipped weapon. Ah, I found it. Okay, so you just paste that in there, and then honestly, we could just do 0, right? I think we could just do 0 for this entire area. Actually, I don't even know if we need that reset. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it does, because if it does, that'd actually be really useful. And then no, let's also do framework weapon frame dot visible equals false. So this will hide it and it'll reset everything, hopefully. Let's test it, you know. So here we are. We go. We pack a punch. How very, very interesting. Removed weapon. Okay. I think we're on the right track here. So first of all, let's just delete this. I don't know why I did that. Second of all, we have remove weapon versus wherever I left it, unequip. Unequip is where equip equals false. I think we're heading on the right direction with that one. So let's just kind of undo everything from here. Let's go to remove instead, since everything's kind of working there. So weapon.nil equip equals false, and then we just put that there, and let's see if that actually works. Hopefully it does. So we pack punch. Hey, that's really nice. Now, I don't know if we want. Okay, hey. Hold on, before I say anything else, we're just kind of basically find, where is it? This one? This one, yeah. We're gonna copy that. Oh, maybe that also. Maybe. Find add weapon. Or wait. Oh, I got you. So we can do self.weapon framework dot visible equals true. That'll fix it. Okay. So basically, what we did was we allowed it so then the UI disappears, and then when you go to pick it up, reappears. There we go, presto. So, just kind of waste a little bit of our ammunition. So, if we go pack punch, pick that up. Interesting. It could be because we have the same gun. Could be. Which is, in my honest opinion, quite interesting. Okay. That is actually really interesting. So we are using what? Okay, let's. Okay, my brain's going jumbo. So we do self weapon info frame or weapon info, and then we get the config. So we put the config inside weapon info, and we tie it to the player's name. Which is cool. That's what we want, right? We want to be tied to the weapon name. So we have the config in our script, like it's a separate thing and stuff. That is quite interesting. So we have it tied up. Let's do. Let's look for something here. So, whenever we shoot, what do we subtract? We do equals weapon frame or weapon info. But what is weapon info? What are we defining weapon info as? Okay, so we're getting the table. Okay. So fire weapon, self, dot, okay, from name. Now let's figure this one out. Do we ever just do nil? Like when you're. Let's figure this out. Weapon info dot name, remove new, add a weapon, remove weapon. So. I see. We never actually refresh the we never actually refresh or reset the config. So we want it so once we remove a weapon, everything about it is gone. Everything. Right? So what we can do there is we can do self dot weapon info, and then we can do is weapon name, weapon name equals nil. So that'll completely remove the config, the cloned config, basically. So now, if we were to go playtest this, it should allow us to basically reset our settings. So first of all, let's just kind of like shoot our weapon out here a bit. Okay, that's fine. So we can go ahead and pack a punch. We can pick up our M19. Completely fresh. Now. $81, okay. Okay, that is interesting. Because it should be completely refreshed. Weapon info dot name equals nil. Yeah. So as you can see, we did weapon slot. Weapon info, weapon info. Weapon info, name. Maybe if we just tried, okay, this is kind of something stupid, but what if we just did this? Because my brain is not braining and I don't want to take too long with this. Let's do table dot remove, and then we want the table and the position number. Self dot weapon info, comma, weapon name. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. I think that'll do really nicely. So let's try it out. Let's see what happens. So but that's interesting that now that stayed. Errors. Okay, let's analyze this. So it says invalid argument to remove. Number expected got string. Okay. I don't know. I'm stupid, bro. Print self dot weapon info, and we can say print table dot find, and we can say haystack. So that's self dot weapon info. Okay. And then needle. I think that's it. I think that's really it. Okay, let's see what that does. We're getting somewhere, which I'm really happy about. Okay, another error. Yeah, which makes sense. So we don't find the players. Maybe I just inputted it wrong. Probably that's what I did. But we do have the M19 right here. That is mildly interesting. Hold up. Alright, I'm searching this up because I'm really tired and lazy, and yeah. Okay, hold up. Alright, guys, if you guys would ever like to know anything in life, I'm gonna let you guys know in a secret here. Y'all gotta like use you guys have to use whatever it's called I think I'm having a panic attack. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just yapping now. Use the developer form. The Roblox developer form is very useful. A lot of people may have situations same as you. In my case, people have, and solved. So, you could set it as a dictionary. Okay. I see that function, but I'm lazy. I wonder if there's another way. Okay, so we have fruits, string to find banana. So it does this and that. Example banana found an index 2. But then if it's not found, returns the index position. Okay. Quite interesting. Because we just did find, and we put in the table, and then the string, because this is a string, right? Yeah. That should be a string. Print weapon name. Yeah, this is literally a string because it's pulling me here. So it's literally a string. And then we have another string right there. Like, bro, what? What did I do wrong? So we inputted the table. Yup. Hold on, let me keep that up there. So we input a table. And then we inputted the table, like what we want to search basically. That is very interesting. Let's try doing this. How to remove a string from a table in Roblox. Yeah, so like they're trying to remove dough here. Okay, so they find index number. Yeah. Find. Oh, wait. I just realized something. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. So this is okay. Oh wait, I just blanked out. Okay, so if we look back to this one here, right? Since these strings are not attached to anything here, right? So if we look at this, right? Since none of these strings are attached to any sort of variable, right? They're not, or not a variable. They're not attached or assigned to a value. So because of that, instead of it being tied to something is like instead of it having something tied to it, if that makes sense. So instead of these strings being a parent, right? They're actually a child, if that makes sense. So obviously it's gonna be like 1 equals John, 2 equals Doe, because this is in the order that they're in. But we're not looking for that because it's 1 equals string. We have string equals table, I believe. So, oh my God. Okay, so like basically what I'm trying to say is like it's a little difficult for me to explain without making this very complicated. But what this find is doing is that it's searching for the value, in other words. So inside the table you have multiple different values, right? And it's looking for the value of that value, if that makes sense. So we have a table, so we're looking for the table, in other words, right? So we're looking for the table in which is assigned to a string instead of a table. I understand it. I don't know if anything I'm saying is making sense. It's probably not. But yeah, so let's kind of work on that for a sec. So I believe that these two could just. Oh, my bad. We can just basically. Hold up. Before I continue here, I don't know if you're still watching, Mister Easy Got Gaming. To answer your question, um, there's a difference between ticks and quotes. You know, um, basically, ticks allow you to Oh my God, bro, my chat just loaded in. Thank you, Mister Cheeseburger. I guess you understand me. Um, even though you said that like 5 minutes ago, probably. Uh, yeah. So basically, ticks allow you to add certain info inside of that quote. In other words, it's a little more flexible versus just regular quotes is more like stay. Look back and you'll see what I mean. Um, but yeah, so I think we want to basically just take this here. Oh wait, hold up, wrong thing. We want to take that and that. I think that's gonna. I think that's gonna work. I think that's gonna work. I have a very good feeling. Very good feeling. And then, um, actually, we can kind of cut that out. Then we can say local. Um, let's say weapon info index equals, and then we can paste that in. And then you just print weapon info in index. Um, and then we just do weapon info index. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I'm dying. I'm having a seizure. No, I can't say that actually. That's very disrespectful. I apologize to anyone that actually has seizures. Um, so let's reload that. Okay. No, I just broke my own game. Okay. I wonder why it's getting nil. Cause we did weapon info. Hold up. Okay, so we inputted the table. Okay, and then we inputted the value. Because that should be printing that value. That is very interesting to me. See, you learn things every single day, and that's why you should stay in school. Um, weapon name, hit play. Let's see the difference here. Because I'm quite so curious. So it takes this entire table. Hmm. I don't understand why we can't just do this equals nil. It's like, I mean, you do something along the lines of like We can do self weapon and yeah. I don't print weapon weapon oh sorry, weapon info. Then nil. This is equal to nil. Yeah. That's exactly what we want though. Right? Okay. Oh wait, what? That is interesting. I don't know what I just said. Um, I don't know. That should be updating. Wait, print self dot weapon info. Because weapon info is config. What if we did it before and after? Let's do that really fast. So if we do print self dot weapon info. So now we have a before and after. So if I go do this, yep, we got the M19 nil. So wherever I went, we had the M19. I severely find it interesting why it's being changed. But you know what? That's set for another day. You know what I'm saying? Set for another day. But that is quite interesting because we remove it from our table, so that must mean that's quite literally printing this config out or whatever, which we don't want. Um, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I don't know what I'm saying. Um, yeah, I think this is a long enough stream. Um, just realized my music went out, but that's fine. We don't need music. Yeah, music is not all that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I'm tired. I got some things I need to do today. Hopefully next time when I hop on, let's not get too close to the microphone. But hopefully next time when I hop on, we can actually make good work than bad work, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Have a good day, everyone.